Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's a great time to be on Twitch TV because we've got WPC action coming your way. I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit, and ooh, I'm a bit loud, am I? Should be okay. Let me know how I sound, guys. We'll be getting ourselves into our first best of two for today. It's DK versus LGD. A fantastic game to get things underway. We've got three best of twos coming your way. DK versus LGD. We've got IG versus Arenda, then IG versus Newbie. Two big games today, the IG versus Newbie as well as DK versus LGD. Thanks for being patient, waiting around to get things started. WPC, the Chinese stream wasn't working for us today. We'll hopefully have that up later so you guys can see the players, see them in their booths, etc., etc. But we'll hopefully get that fixed later today. But for now, guys, let's hop ourselves into the draft, into the game. It's DK versus LGD. Get yourself ready, get yourself excited. It's time as, there we go. DK's turn to ban. As DK going to be playing over on the Dire side. Is a two-game, I can't really call it a best of two. Best of two is not a format that exists, but it's a two-game series between DK and LGD. 1 point for every win. As far as the standings go right now, let me see if I can actually pop those up to see where we stand in the tournament. No?
10
yes,
seconds
maybe.
remaining.
Huzzah! We've got standings. I'm going to have to just blow
5
these up for
seconds
myself so I can actually
remaining.
see them. So, Titan, they played all their games. They're 9-9. All their games except
Reserve
for the series
time.
against Orange. DK, they're 2-0. They played one series. They won it. Good for them. That was the series they played with 3 standings from Speed Gaming up against Titan. They won even with the 3 Speed Gaming stand-ins. And then their opponents today, LGD, are kind of
LGD's
just
turn
doing
to
so-so.
pick.
They're 3-3 at the moment. And we'll see how they look to do to bounce back here. LGD did manage to beat Titan 2-0, but they lost, I believe, to Vici Gaming the other day. So we'll get things underway. We'll talk more about the draft now as, plop, let's get rid of that overlay. I'm still figuring stuff out. We've had some last minute happenings here at the Beyond the Summit studio.
10
It's been
seconds
a big
remaining.
day with all the WPC Western action coming to an end, and guess what? It didn't really
5
come to an end. There's
seconds
still
remaining.
tiebreakers. Empire Alliance as well as
DK's
Team
turn
Dogma
to
are going to be
pick.
fighting over the second spot to go to China. Cloud9, congrats to those guys. Those guys are going to China to compete for $250,000 roughly in the WPC tournament. So we get to see Sama go back to China. It's actually funny because the Chinese commentators were talking about the Western teams, and they actually call him Sama as well. So yeah, they know all about him. And well, I mean, it's the team that beat DK in the MLG Columbus
10
Grand Final. So of
seconds
course they know
remaining.
Sama and co. DK did get revenge
5
later on
seconds
when
remaining.
Speed Gaming went on over to China. They actually did a boot camp in China where they didn't actually do too well.
LGD's turn
They got
to
beaten
pick.
by most of the top Chinese teams then, but hey, they won the tournament that mattered most, and that was the MLG
DK's
Columbus
turn
one.
to
So
ban.
we'll see how Sama goes in China, if he's going to show mercy this time, or if they're going to be absolutely ruthless, taking on the Chinese opponents like DK and LGD who have got here today. But we're almost done with this draft, and I haven't even talked about a single thing, so we're not going to overanalyze this too much.
10
You guys,
seconds
it's what you see is
remaining.
what you get. DK, Nyx, Naga, Siren, Storm Spirit, and Rubik. So we
5
get a
seconds
Mushi Storm Spirit
remaining.
probably for the mid lane. And this is actually a farming Naga Siren. We haven't seen DK pull out
Reserve
the carry
time.
Naga Siren much. At least not in recent times. But I think we're going to be in store for a burning Naga Siren. The big question is, do you send it... You don't... A lot of teams are sending it mid, where you could put the Storm Spirit in the safe lane, but considering it's likely to be a Viper mid, I don't think you want the Naga there. I think that's where you'll be sending the Storm, even if he does have a bit of a tough time against the Viper. And over on the Radiant side, that is LGD. They've actually recently added a new player. The Chinese characters you see, this is Lin, former player from Team Rattlesnake, known as All Beauty Must Die. He then renamed to Lin. And here he is on LGD. LGD are constantly having roster problems, it seems. They added Maybe to the team. It was going pretty good. I'm not sure why they actually replaced Maybe, if there was other reasons apart from his performance, because I thought Maybe was performing really well. They replaced him with Icy, who was then on the off lane, with Yao in the mid lane. I think Yao was doing pretty well in mid, but Icy in the off lane was looking pretty mediocre at best. So it wasn't his best performance. And then now they've added Lin, who I just don't see as a big solution. I think part of the problem is there's just not a big list of players to choose from. They want someone with actual competitive experience, because you're going up against DK, Vici Gaming, LGD, etc. You need experienced players. But that's where what experienced players are actually out there. Do you take a chance on a new upcoming young player, like some of the players you see in Speed Gaming, some of the players you see in some of these younger teams? And that's something which LGD has decided they don't want to do. They want to get someone who's a bit more of a veteran, but at the same time, it's a veteran who hasn't really proven to be at the same level as some of the top teams. I can already see the Houston Rocket Jeremy Lin references. Jeremy Lin does play Dota 2. I don't think he plays Dota 2 for LGD, but hey, maybe one day when he gets too old to play basketball, he can switch on over to Dota. Dota's not as physically taxing on your body, although it does require quite a physical astuteness, I would say. But here we go. DK gonna last pick the Ice 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 hero. That is the Elder Titan. I've missed Elder Titan since getting a few nerfs. It used to be one of Ice Ice Ice's most played offlane heroes. And we'll see a return of it here in their matchup against LGD. As for LGD, they've got the Dazzle, Shadow Shaman, their two supports. Viper likely be a mid. Bat Rider, one of the side lane solos. And something LGD can do is offensive trial. And Shadow Shaman, Dazzle, +1. Let's see something like crazy, like an axe pick up here. And I'd be squealing like a little girl
10 seconds
who's just
remaining.
been asked to prom. But that's I don't think it's going to happen.
5 seconds
well,
remaining.
I don't think the squealing's going to happen, actually. The axe pick, maybe. I think the axe pick is more likely to happen than the squealing, let's just say.
Reserve time.
I need to stop talking shit at midnight in the morning. It's going to be a Spectre, so they're going to go true hard carry. That's more your true LGD fashion. As this will be your Zhao Tuji carry hero, so he's going to be supported by the Dazzle Shadow Shaman. Puts Yao into the offlane on the bat, Viper into the mid lane. And we'll be pretty much good to go as far as the LGD draft is concerned. For DK, actually Mushi Elder Titan. What? Ooh, Ice Ice Ice, Naga Siren. Yes, here we go. I was about to say, this is not a burning hero, so yeah. We get return of Ice 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 playing some carry. I'm excited. This guy used to play a beastly Naga Siren back in the days. Back in like the TI2 era when he was playing carry for... Well, he wasn't always playing... Yeah, he was playing carry for Zenith when Loader was on the offlane. Ice 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 was carrying like HY was playing
remaining.
mid. Ice 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 had a beastly Naga Siren, so...
5 seconds remaining.
I'm pumped for this. Burning Storm Spirit as well. What are these picks? What's this draft? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna
prepare for battle.
Do a quick tweet, guys. I actually haven't really said much about the term. WPC suddenly like jumped up upon us, and it's like, oh wait, we gotta cast WPC. Fuck yeah, we got DK versus LGD, and now we get ourselves some awesome picks. Let everyone know, guys. Spread the word in a civil, Reddit-friendly way. No posting stuff that's gonna get you banned. I'm still counting the days where I'm not banned on Reddit. I don't take anything for granted. My freedom, I know, is it's not a privilege. It's something which it can be taken away at any point by our overlords on Reddit. So I'm counting the days of freedom, and well, we'll see. Let's go. It's time for DK versus LGD. All right. I don't know what I'm more excited about. The DK, the Burning Storm Spirit. Oh, they swapped. Come on. No, 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 no. I want to see the Ice 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 Naga Siren. Why you do this? Why you do this, DK? You tease me, you rope me in. Oh, and they take it away. They take away my fun. Oh my gosh. Why? Why, DK? Why you got to do this to me? Okay, I'm no longer excited for this game anymore, guys. Fun's over. DK have trolled us all. Ice Ice Ice, I blame you for this one. I blame you. No Ice 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 Naga Siren today, but we'll see. The offlaner for DK, Ice 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 playing the Elder Titan. Boots first for him, and he's going to get a ward down before he gets spotted. The Boots first immediately runs and ward. The Sentry, though, this is the spot which teams have been using a lot. You often drop a ward here, and this Sentry would spot it out. Or you drop a ward like here-ish, but this spot, this is your pub ward. This is like the ward which every pub player uses and gets dewarded so easily, but it's hardly ever gets used in Pro Dota. So Ice 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 says, look, no one ever uses this ward spot, so I don't think they're going to manage to deward it. Let's just chuck it in the obvious, the noob spot. This is the noob pub spot. And it's not going to get dewarded because LGD are like, look, it's Ice Ice Ice. He's going to be like putting this ward somewhere tricky, like the normal tricky spots here. Sometimes you see it like here because this one actually, it blocks the pull as well as gives you some good vision in this spot.
The battle
He's
begins.
like, no, I'm a little pub noob. Let's use this pub ward. And it's going to work off. It's not going to get dewarded. So LGD, they've got another sentry. Maybe they will deward it, but we'll see soon enough. The next level pub warding from Ice Ice Ice. I'm a fan. And so we'll introduce our two teams. DK's Ice 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 on the offlane Elder Titan. Burning solo mid Naga Siren. That's probably what I'm most excited about now. MMY playing a Rubik safe lane support. Lamb on the support next. And Mushi safe lane farming Storm Spirit. Boots first for him. So the roles you'd expect people on. Burning playing the carry. But he's in mid lane with the new trends with Naga going mid. He's going to head over to the mid lane. On the LGD side, we've got Yao playing the Bat Rider. He's going to be in the off lane. We're going to see this solo mid, Viper, being played by Lin. In the safe lane, it's going to be DD playing the support Dazzle, DDC on the Shadow Shaman, and then finally, on the Spectre, it's going to be Rabbit playing, or Zhao Chuji, as he's also known. So, oh. For those of you who don't realize, when I'm calling this a newbie pub ward, I'm actually praising Ice 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 for using some crazy mind games. Like, this is something which I feel should be done more often. Like, you put a ward in the most obvious spot, because your opponents aren't going to expect you to put obvious wards that get dewarded. It's like where when you want to block, if you're up against a jungle like Enchantress or Chen, and you want to like block these two camps, what players started doing, instead of warding the magic bush, which blocks both, because it's like, oh, that's so obvious to deward, you chuck a ward here, and like a ward here, and you block both camps, and it may look like, oh, you warded the magic bush, they pop a sentry here, doesn't deward it. So it's the kind of similar kind of mind games you get coming out. And well, Ice Ice Ice, when it comes to mind games, this guy is king. He knows what he's talking about. As well, we'll get ourselves in the first game. Unfortunately, no Chinese stream, which is making me sad. I'm talking to the Chinese admin who's kind of in charge of that one. Normally we had this stream link we can watch on VLC player. This game. Alright, there we go. I'm just talking to him to see if we can get the Chinese stream fixed. It's always fun to get to see these players in their natural habitat, but... Oh. Ice 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 is going to save some tricks for TI4. That's the big thing here. You can't reveal all your cards before TI4. This is not really a card. This is just, like... When it comes to dewarding here for Radiant supports, it's actually really tricky because there's so many different spots you can use. You can use this spot here. You can use, like, this spot here where DD's standing. And neither of those two spots get spotted by this sentry ward. So you could have put... Often you'll see a ward like here-ish. You'll see one here. You'll see this spot, which has probably become, I would say, the most trendy, popular ward, which is like right around here. If you go all the way down here, though, this sentry probably doesn't actually scout it out if you're really low. I mean, you can put it anywhere in these trees, really. Like, there is so much space and room for using this different observer ward that dewarding it is just damn near impossible. I actually made a tweet about this. I think the way we may see, like, honestly, this is like something I feel like Alliance would do as far as some next level strategies goes. Because every like traditional offlane at the moment, like, well, not every offlaner, but like heroes like Elder Titan, Nyx Assassin, these Centaur is another good example. These melee offlaners who go boots first and go chuck an observer ward down here, they always run down here boots first. And the thing is, they're guaranteed to get this ward off because they get here before LGD can get here. LGD have longer to run all the way to the fountain. So how do you stop the ward going down? It's not so much about stopping the ward going down, it's you want to know where they plant it, which is impossible to do unless you TP to the tower. So you could straight up TP to this tower. If you TP two heroes who can kill like an Elder Titan, you TP there, you hide in like some, like I would say you TP to this tier 1, you run up, chuck a lane ward with one of the heroes, hide in these trees here, like there's a little spot in these trees you can hide, and as soon as Ice 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 goes in, you gank him, you get first blood, and sure you use 2 TP scrolls, but you got first blood. That's good value. That's the way I think to counter this warding trend. It's one of those things which will only work like once or twice. But I will quickly go offline. I don't need it. No more fans, please. No more fans. I need to get rid of my edge pan. But it's one of those things which I feel like could work once or twice, but it's not going to work on a regular basis. And then the offlane metagame will change. But I definitely can see a team doing some next level alliance TPs, level 1 TP to prevent the offlaner. Not so much to prevent him from warding, but to actually get a kill on the offlaner. It's crazy, but it just might work. I want to see a team pull it off, and then I will die happy. That's the goal right now. As, well, the goal actually right now is to try to get the Chinese stream to work, which isn't happening. Alrighty. Well, I'm got a bit of a pause here. I'm trying to find the Chinese stream while it's paused. Alright, I got another link. Sounds good. I got linked a different Chinese stream. We have one which we used to be able to, we had like a private streamers one which we could use that so it didn't lag and stuff for the Western audience, but I may have another way to just use the typical one. Well, nothing too much. I don't know, nothing too much to talk about with this game. Let's just we'll just shoot the shit some more. I'm trying to get the Chinese stream up, which is been linked to me now, but neither of which is actually opening. Good old Chinese firewall. Oh, maybe. We used to have one which was just so smooth. The Chinese stream we used in the past was absolutely perfect. But yeah, no Chinese stream for now. It may come up any second. Come on, load, damn you. Probably not the best idea to try to load.
然后来带动全场的一个节奏。
Oh, I have audio.
对这盘前期想要依靠小歪的话，其实对于他的压力还是太大了点，毕竟没有太多的资源给他。
是的，
所以这边前期老干爹的。
Alright, I'm gonna mute it for now. No Chinese stream for us right now, apparently. I don't know, guys. Alright, looks like there's a reconnect coming into play, so that's good news. Ampoure's gonna go and my dirty sounds. Let me know if dirty sounds are loud enough. Actually, I think it's quite on my end. I thought they said taking a bit of harassment. Actually, gonna throw out a dagger as well. I don't think they get the kill, but they can force him to use a lot of his very minimal regen. He's gone 3 clarities, but to stay in this lane, he needs more actual survivability. He's not going to have all that much here if he's not careful. Well, we're back underway. MMY's reconnected. I think it was him. Yeah, it was him who's disconnected, and he's going to be supporting Mushi. Storm Spirit at the top lane. Yeah, well, he's gotten boots first. Much like you often see from these offlaners, he's going to pop a Firefly and try to just figure out exactly what's going on. Just being as annoying as possible. Fly over the cliff. Takes a bit of harass. Actually trying to keep the creep wave away from the tower. Interesting stuff. There's a bottom lane. Ice. Whoa! Playing with fire here. There's an Ether Shock. He's no boots for DDC, so DDC will not get this kill. Ether Shock does decent damage, 140. Reduce that by a bit. He'll do like 110-ish. And Ice will maybe get down to like, there'll be like 1 to 2 right clicks. He'll get really low. I think he'll live on like 50 HP. We'll see. Let's see. How are my Chinese streams doing? Anything loaded? No. No load. Got some good old pause. That's all good. Oh yeah, it looks like I maybe have the Chinese stream. Ooh, here we go. How do I full screen it now? I don't even know if there is a full screen option. I'm gonna break something. Uh-oh. That was not the button I wanted to click. He's reconnected, so I don't know if I have time to show this, but... Alright. Ice. Yeah, he's down to 70 HP. Is he going to suicide? Yeah, buys Tango's suicide. Clarity? Okay, he made sure he used all his money there. That's just efficient use of his time. He's level 2, I want to say, so he's going to respawn pretty fast. Yeah, level 2, he'll respawn fast. He didn't lose any gold there. He'll just walk his way back down bottom. Didn't really need to pick up a TP scroll because with the lane so pushed out, like you TP back here and, well, you're just sitting there idly. So actually a TP scroll wasn't really necessary. There you go. And, alrighty. Meanwhile, mid lane, Viper up against the Naga Siren. This is not a fun matchup for the Naga. This is where I thought, like, when I saw the Naga pick, I was thinking mid Naga, but then as soon as there's a Viper, it's like, well, you still want to do that. And you can see Burning only the 4 CS, and Lin 6 and 4, so he's actually not doing that much better. All things considered, he should be probably lasting a bit better, but most importantly, he's denied farm. As DK look to come and gain control of this top ring. They've got double smokes, both their supports with smokes at the moment. Haven't really used any for the time being. Burning going to bottle up the Invis rune. Make himself a bit safer here at the mid lane. He can just be a bit more aggressive with his farming. Have the Invis rune to make sure he can get out of there okay. Most importantly is the HP mana regen, and that's something where Lin in quite a bit of harass here. He's gone boots first, so let's see if he goes for that bottle or if he just goes for a different kind of build. And Ice dragging creeps all over the place with him. What's up, Ice? Where do these creeps come from? They got a bit lost. New creep wave. I guess he'll try and meet it up with this creep wave here. That's what he's thinking. Nah, he may just kill it on his own. He's got no stout shield, but he should be easily able to take care of these two. Actually, he's going to bring it. There we go. Meet up. And this will stall the creep wave, so he'll actually push out closer to his tower, possibly. No. Alright, he gets that last hit. And yeah, this will just mess the creep Igloo a little bit. That's finding ways to just to get any sort of disruption to the lane for LGD Spectre. And Spectre, well, 17 CS. Stormster with 23, so he's done a decent job to at least prevent Spectre from getting total free farm. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Mushi, he's just been completely left untouched. He's probably not even missed a creep right now, practically. 23 CS in less than 4 minutes, so he's doing really well. Burning the mid lane's actually recovered quite nicely. He's 12 CS to the 16 of Viper. Not a hero you'd expect to get any denies with, just because he last hits with Riptide, he has no deny ability. It's only the Viper who can deny, so the CS, the actual last hits is similar. The denies is going to be completely one-sided there, but Naga Siren's not going to lose too much XP from the denies, and, well, finds a haste rune now. So this is, I think, an okay-ish start. And actually going to go for a gank here, rotating towards the top lane. Batrider has to be careful, does have an observer. He spots the rotation using this, and this will keep him safe. He flies all the way over the trees. I think Burning just wants to head back towards mid, unless they go for a really early tower push, and the tower's still full HP. This is going to be tricky to achieve, I feel. Have to see if LGD rotate any supports in. They have... Dazzle can maybe help defend the tower. He's actually got a TP already, so that's probably the hero you want to use. Just shadow waving creep waves to try and push it back. Flame Break going to try to slow this down. Doesn't actually draw the aggro of the tower.
Radiant's top tower is
which is a bit of a problem, because he's trying to pull the creeps off the tower using that Flame Break, but they don't actually come to him when he uses that. The tower getting low here, so Burning going to commit to this one. This mid lane's just being left empty for the Viper, who does pick up a TP scroll, but has to fly it out for himself, and Burning says, enough's enough, this isn't going to work, let's swing back towards the mid lane. But a bit of damage done. I'm not sure if that was the best use of Burning's time, as Viper tries to cut him off, says, look, you want to come back to this mid lane? I'm not going to let you.
Under attack.
And Burning, well, he's got a couple creeps coming with him now. DDC going to find Ice. Can't get this kill because the backup's too far away.
Is under attack.
See if he uses a shackle, but no, he's completely on his own. And Ice sees these two heroes at tower. He can actually fight the Shadow Shaman if he wants to. Both heroes with boots, though, so
Shadow Wave!
Not too much more going to come from that. As Shadow Shaman actually decides to swing towards the mid lane. Looks like maybe they want to go for a kill here on Burning. The Viper Strike came out. I think it was that disjointed? Not entirely sure. Not going to matter anyways. Burning goes down. First blood to the Shadow Shaman. Couldn't entirely tell, but either way, the first blood goes down. He tried to use the mirror images to get away from that one. DDC now taking a bit of damage to Fabled there. Ice. He's got the extra movement speed. 383 to the 335. One more wallop to the head. Return kill going the way of Ice. Nice little rotation there. MMY coming in as well, but end of the day, first blood to LGD, not to mention first blood onto a core hero, that being the Naga Siren. And space created for Yao on the top lane on Batrider, so LGD's start I feel is really good. Unfortunately, Viper's getting ganked up in the mid lane, he's in some trouble. There's no more Riptide, but the TP in from DDC comes too late. Double TP as well, as Dazzle trying to shop as well. They need the Dazzle to TP first with a Shallow Grave, I feel like, but not the way to try and save his life there. Viper was just already dead, too fast, too quick.
Wrong
2 kills apiece now. Well, two kills to 1, sorry, as Elder Titan suicided, which is not actually a kill, end of the day. Didn't help LGD in any way. In fact, it helped Ice heal up a lot faster. So, 2 kills to 1, and we look towards Mushi, who's not left his lane. He's not level 6 yet, so once he's level 6, he's going to have a TP scroll. He's ready to get involved. If there's a fight under a tower, or a dive from LGD, he'll be TPing in to try and make the most of it. Try to get some nice little return kills. Shadow Shaman, meanwhile, actually they kill Ice in the bottom lane. That was a DD room from Shadow Shaman, used all his kit just to get that kill. And with the phase boot from Spectre, Spectre actually really big. Phase boot, 1400 gold. We'll see if it's going to be a drums build coming out, or just a more standard Vanguard into sort of Radiance. I think the drums is kind of a nice way to play this, though. As top lane, the push is coming out again. This time the Firefly will drag the aggro off the tower. Still a C-trip here, but it doesn't look like Mushi has any interest in trying to commit to this tower when he's going to be taking pot shots and taking lots of damage, so. DDC, up to level 5, man. Support Shadow Shaman, level 5 at 7.5 minutes in. That's huge for LGD. That shows he's done really well here. Both supports actually level 5. Looking at the Dire side, level 4 on their supports, which is still decent. That's probably a bit more standard here, being level 4 at this stage of the game, but LGD with a couple kills going to their supports, especially the Shadow Shaman getting involved, have managed to really get a lot of experience for them. You'll see a lot of supports just get left behind. But that's definitely not been the case here. Radiant Observer giving vision across, but the Sentry Ward is there to deward it. Very important. This is like your early game map control battle over the mid lane. Both teams want to try to get a heal ward, either here,
Dire's
on
top
here,
tower is
up
under
here,
attack.
and you'll often see sentries all over this mid lane to try and deward them, because having high ground vision in the mid lane is huge, especially during that first nighttime, which now ends, but even during the daytime, it's very crucial, because you want to see when heroes TP in or are coming from fog, because the high ground at mid lane is a very common ganking spot. Lyn at the mid lane almost has his mech, so this is going to be a sub 10 minute mech for the Solar Mid Viper. Batrider working on the Blink Dagger. He's up to 1300 gold, so not too shabby by any means. Mushi's still farming away. He's going straight for that Orchid build as a Storm Spirit. Probably the most common build you'll see coming out of Storm Spirit.
Is under attack.
Spectre has gone for the Vanguard, so he decides not to go for a drum build. Wants to have pure survivability, and this helps him out a lot more against the ganking potential of the Storm Spirit specifically. You just want raw HP as well as the damage block from a Vanguard, and that's where Vanguard gives you more survivability than drums, but less actual killing power.
Radiant's top tower
I guess he feels LGD want to play on the defensive. They're up against the Storm Spirit. Nick's good ganking combos there, and he says, look, I'll just stay alive and I'll be good to go. Not to mention you can still gank. Phase Boots Vanguard is still ganking potential there. There's going to be a tower push. Nice and tail coming in from land. There's your Spectre ulti. Who that's going to go on here? Still plenty of mana for Mushi. He just zips himself down to the low ground, and the Spectre not even going to horn himself in. Doesn't use the reality. Maybe need to use that ulti a bit sooner, or just ultimately it was just a nice impale. Hitting both those two heroes prevented the deny coming in. Tower gets picked up by Mushi on the Storm Spirit, so first Oblivion Staff is online, and that's a big edge early on. Mushi going to deward that ward on the high ground. So I was talking about how important these wards are. Neither team now being granted that high ground mid vision. Take a look at the net worth here. Storm and Spectre, pretty similar for the most part.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think Storm just maybe gonna give Nyx the XP to get to level 6, and then we'll see Nyx leave this lane. Probably go looking for some ganks in. With a sentry down mid lane, they know it's less likely LG have a sentry. Of course, there could be one outside of the range, somewhere over in this area, but not the case for the time being. Nyx will stay here just that little bit longer, but with Arcane Boots level 6, he does not really want to just be taking this lane and farming it, unless DK feel they can actually benefit from stalling the game, at least until the Orchid comes up for the Storm Spirit. See Rabbit at bot, still just trading blows a bit with Ice, and here comes a nice little timing window for LGD. They've just got the Blink Dagger on the Batrider, 10.5 minutes in, so really nice timing from him. This comes with the Viper mech. He's had this for some time, but they've got mech, they've got Blink on the Batrider, and Spectre in theory can be haunting into these fights as well. Right now it's on cooldown for another 30 seconds, but it'll be up soon, and LGD, I think their 5-man's actually really strong, and that's where Storm Spirit doesn't want to fight too much. They're going to pop a Song of the Siren to try and engage you. They'll clear the Serpent Wards to start things off. Here comes the TPs. Spectre no ulti for 15 seconds here, but it looks like they're just using the Song of the Siren to clear off the Serpent Wards, keep this tower alive, and I guess it achieves just that. There's going to be a lot of burst damage on the Viper. He gets kept alive by a Telegrave, gets the mech off as well. He's still alive. He's just going to right-click his way through this one. Yao's managed to just drop a lasso to kill the Nyx Assassin. Trades him for the Viper, so DK holding for now, but here comes the Spectre Horn, and Mushi, he's low on mana, only has 150, uses all of it to get out of there. Rabbit gets one clean, may get another. Mushi completely depleted his mana pool, and Rabbit, with the help of the Dazzle, gets another kill. He's not done. He wants Ice Ice Ice. Ice 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 is in trouble. The Southeast Asian players, they've just returned from Southeast Asia, from their home countries. Mushi from Malaysia, Ice 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 from Singapore, and you can kind of see DK not looking as dominant as they have in the past. Haven't had much time to practice or train, and this is their first match back. I think Mushi only left yesterday to return to China. I'm not sure when Ice 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 left, but it feels like it's showing LGD. Even with a new player on their team, they've just had more time playing together, more practice, and more actual matches. DK, this is like their first match in 2 weeks. Oh, no, more than 2 weeks. Like, since, I don't know, whatever they're, like, Signer Cup or something. No, well, yeah, no, Starlighter. Starlighter would have been their last tournament, basically. Then they went home to try to get their visas, and here they are back with an ultra gank off Rabbit in the bot lane. Stormstruck and Inhibitor as well. They commit a lot to this one, but they've really got to do so. First splitter getting used, not going to actually land, but Mushi shows up, says, look, guys, I got this. Hop on my back. Let's see what we can do.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All right. DD. A bit of a dubious smoke. If DK were watching, they saw that one.
Radiant's bottom
right
tower
in vision.
is under
You don't
attack.
even have to be watching directly on the heroes. If you're just watching the minimap, you'll see like dots vanish from the minimap, like faster than, like, not in fog, and you're like, wait, what happened there? Someone just went invis, or what's the go? At the same time as, well, that last team fight didn't go well for DK. They kill off the Spectre. Burnings get room to farm his relic. He's up to 3.2k gold. And Rabbit, after dying, only sitting on 800 because of the phase plus Vanguard. He's more ready to fight than the Naga Siren, and that's where I think he still wants to go for the Radiance, but he'll be looking to actually take place in a lot of these team fights. His ulti coming up in 5 seconds, ready to go again at this bottom lane. There's Serpent Lords as well. Probably see them just drop this. This T1 tower, I think, is good as dead. I don't think DK can really defend it into the Serpent Lords. And Yao's actually looking for a pickoff here. MMY, maybe the one getting grabbed. There's your lasso. Carapace not going to actually land here. Doesn't actually have anything to proc any damage on. MMY going to go down. Spectre ulting into that one. Don't think they needed the Spectre ulti, but hey, they want to play it safe. DK were never planning to defend the tower, but they were just hoping to stall it with a Fade Bolt there. Problem is, Yao was over on the trees, gets the pick off. Now they're going to go for the next tower as well, at least try to get some chip damage done. I like what DK are doing though. They're going for trades in other lanes. They've got Storm Spirit farming, pushing out the mid lane. They've got Naga Siren. He's at top trying to finish off their relic, and this is going to be a pretty fast radius from Naga Siren. 1600 gold on Spectre. You can see Spectre is actually more farm than Naga Siren, but Naga Siren's going to have a much faster radiant, and that's where Naga Siren's farm will be accelerated really, really fast.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's where Burning will catch up, probably overtake the Spectre, unless LGD are winning teamfight after teamfight. DK now, pushing out this bottom lane. They've got 3 for now. They've got Mushi trailing closely behind on the Storm Spirit. They'll D-ward, and with this D-ward, I think they back off, because the D-ward, sure, it denies your opponent's vision, but at the same time, it gives them great information that they know exactly where you are. And LGD say, well, we know you've got 3 heroes down here. You're probably going to have more with the Storm Spirit nearby. And they're expecting there to always be like 4 DK heroes in these fights, if they're actually fighting. Because they know Naga Siren not really that ready to team fight, but LGD not having the lasso for another 5 seconds, not having the Spectre ulti for like 30 seconds. I'll back off, play it safe, but now they're going to start looking at tier 2 towers. Unless, ooh, smoke from DK. Maybe realizing, well, they should maybe realize that, well, Spectre's just alone at bottom. I guess these other heroes are somewhat hidden for the time being. Might walk into this Observer Ward, but DK are posturing themselves near the mid lane. Orchid coming up soon on the Storm Spirit. This will like to be timed similarly to the Radiance for the Naga Siren, but LGD decide smoke themselves, and there's a double damage rune. That's a nice pickup here if the Viper can get his hands on it. The Viper now going to start working on what looks to be a BKB. Could always be an Aghanim Scepter with the Ogre Club, but generally that's a point booster first if you want to go for the Aghanim Scepter. And BKB very useful against the Nyx, Rubik, Storm Spirit type heroes. Viper's going to be the kind of front line. Well, you've got Spectre as well to be a tanky hero, but Viper's probably more likely to be focused down in the fight than Spectre.
Bottom
the
tower
dispersion
is under
damage coming
attack.
out. And Tier 2 tower just exposed, and they're not even dropping Serpent Wards for this. They TP in the Elder Time, but I think it's too late. This tower going down, and no Serpent Wards even required for it. LGD can... Do they even dare go for Roshan with the Serpent Ward? If they find that double damage, they may consider it. DK trying to get this mid-tier on tower, but the TP comes in from the Viper. They TP the tankiest hero first, so... If you TP like a Dazzle or Shadow Shaman there, he may just get picked off before the second TPs come, but... LGD looking pretty good here, I gotta say. Oh, Storm! He was looking for the last on the tower there, Mushi. Not gonna find it. And it's a 2k gold deficit for DK, but that's kind of what they expect with their lineup. They've got Burning, farming away, still working on the Radiance. He'll have that around the 17-minute mark. Problem is they're gonna be down a lot of towers. And that's going to be gold going LGD's way. That's going to provide Batrider very fast. 4-star.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We need to zip in. They're only going DDC. He's already got the Serpent Ward. He's expected to throw his ultimate out. And there's your lasso. It's coming on MMY. MMY takes a fall before anything really happened. But the Earth Splitter helps bring down the two LGD supports. Ice pays for it with his life. 2 for 2 trade so far. 2 supports for an Elden Titan and a Rubik. A pretty neutral-ish trade. This is without the Naga Siren. Naga Siren now shows up, gets a ward. Last hit or two, and they hold the tier 2 tower. So I think for DK, stalling and having an even team fight is good because they can benefit from this a lot more. They'll send the Naga Illusions out, they'll farm with Radiant, and LGD have to say, well, we got to back off. We didn't even get the tier 2 tower using the Serpent Ward. So a small victory for DK there. And LGD, well, getting caught by surprise. The Orchid zip in from the Storm, bursting down the Shadow Shaman. I mean, Batrider used the lasso on the Rubik, which is not bad, but I think he needs to be looking for more key heroes. Specifically the Storm Spirit. If they can kill Storm Spirit in a fight, it's fantastic. But they've got to really try and find him to be able to do that. Rabbit now, he's working on his Radiance, and I feel like Naga Siren's not going to be looking to fight with this Radiance. Still needs to farm Boots of Travel, your Manta Style, your Lincolns, whatever it may be. And that's where Spectre will easily get up to this Radiance. Probably, I mean, not completely uncontested, but I think we'll have a relatively easy time getting there. DK will get themselves a tier 1 bottom tower.
Radiant's
bottom
Viper,
tower he's going for the Acceptor,
fallen.
so goes back to the point booster, and we'll have that short cooldown on the Viper Strike. Not the most useful spell against heroes like Storm Spirit and Naga Siren. Is that burning? Force to pop a Song of the Siren at top. I mean, pretty much had to, he could have insta-TP, but I guess he didn't know where the supports were. And someone like DDC on Shadow Shaman could have a Blink Dagger. Batrider could have had a Blink Dagger and could have been flying in over the trees. That's where it's definitely worth just playing it safe and using that easy disengage. I mean, it's a 2-minute cooldown, so it's level 2 song, so it's actually not that long of a cooldown. The level 1 is the one with really stuff. TP tower now getting very low. DK, I mean, they get a tier 1 and they almost get this tower down from full HP. This tower's actually going to get denied, it looks like. As, going to get down to that deny range fairly soon. They'll get the deny, and that's still 2 towers. That's still a lot of map control going DK's way. I don't think they're going to care at all that the tower got denied. That's the least of their concerns. They get 2 towers, one gets denied, one they get last hit, and they get out without taking any casualties yet. Oh, this Observer was just out of range the sentry. That sneaky little spot. This is... I mean, DK are so good when it comes to their warding. They use just slightly different to the norm spot.
Is under attack.
And so often they just don't get dewarded. We saw it earlier with Ice using the, well, the very common pub ward that never gets seen in Pro Dota. And now a ward like this, which their typical ward is more like somewhere in this area. You even put it up here, you can put it over here, or even just smack dab right here because it gives vision in all directions. But this ward, less vision, well, it gives good vision in the tier 2 tower that we're trying to push. But it just gives nice general setting of what's going on with LGD. LGD are going to be smoking towards the bottom lane. This will not be spotted by the ward, and that's something which they may get caught by surprise. The ward will spot them soon if he outbreaks his smoke. It does do so. Sent towards there as well. The impels and lead things off here. No blink just yet. We're going to see the Spectre ulti come flying in. I don't think he has a Radiance. No, just a Relic on the Spectre. Going to ulti his way through. TP out coming to start things off. That was your Rubik, I think, keeping out. The chase is now on for Ice. He's got a mech, so he's not going to be the easiest here to bring down. Blink from DDC.
Radiant's
not in range for a Hex, though. They get the Hex, the Impale. Maybe goes a bit differently, but nope. Not for you. Naga Siren. Got Radiance. Got Boots of Travel. Burning down some creeps with this Radiance right now, and this is like Burning going back to his roots. He's probably so happy that Naga Siren's not part of the metagame because he can just farm for days. His Anti-Mage, his Lone Druid, his Morphlings, and now he gets a Naga Siren. So he's going to be so happy to get to play Naga Siren. It's not really a hero who is that well known for, but any hero where you get to farm a ton and just get Radiance like he does, he's going to be a happy camper. So the team fight at bottom, no one died. I was about to say, I was trying to recap, like, what actually happened to that fight? A few ultis were used, but not much. Zipping on the mid lane, Rabbit could be in some trouble here. They've got plenty of burst damage, and the Orchid's going to amplify all this damage. Rabbit's just straight up dead. No way out for him. I was about to say, was that his ultimate? That was a stolen MMY.
Under attack.
He stole the haunt. What a steal. Elder Titan meanwhile got picked. Ooh. Well, that's far. I mean, I don't think he got picked off here, but he would have been pulled by the Bat Rider. He was probably just trying to solo split push, though. It's kind of a mistake. I don't even think you can call that a mistake from Ice. He's just trying to be aggressive, trying to make space for his team, and ideally he doesn't get picked off there, but he does go down to the Bat Rider lasso. And sure, LGD up 10 kills to 7, but looking at our goal graph, it's DK favored all of a sudden. Experience also in their favor, and that's where Batrider says, look, let's pick up a gem, let's get some map control. Let's use this to try and regain at least some tempo here. D-Ward, DK, and not to mention have vision of the Nyx Assassin who's constantly trying to scout people out using the Vendetta. Mushi finds himself a haste rune at bottom, and... Alright. 3 LGD heroes actually nearby. Mushi needs to be a bit careful not to get caught out. Sure, you could have haste rune, but a lasso with some burst damage. Not to mention the Shadow Shaman lockdown will be more than enough to kill him. And DDC is going to become a key player in this LGD lineup in the mid game here. His blink disables is going to be crucial for locking down heroes like Storm. Ganking Naga Siren before a song can be used. Is Burning going back for a drums? He only just picked up this bracer, I'm pretty sure. That's an unusual one. Not something you often see. I don't think he had this bracer earlier, not that I can remember at least. Late drunk pick up Storm, going to zip in. They've caught Yao out here, and he's not going to get a chance to pop a single spell. They burst him down, they lose the gem as well. Now they move on to DD. 2 kills going the way of DK, not to mention the top tier 2 tower. Picked up by Burning, and all of a sudden, any mid-game hope LGD had is gone. I feel like they've just got to now say, look, we need aspect of Radiance. We need better... Well, at the same time, they need the map control. They're losing these fights because they get jumped on. If it's Bat Rider jumping on the Storm there, LGD win the fight. But it's Storm jumping on the Bat, bursting him down before he can cast a spell, and that happens because of the warding. DK's wards win them fights like that. Because you look at these two lineups and what's going on there. The burst damage from DK with a pull, with a telekinesis and Nyx Impale to chain stun heroes means Bat Rider's instantly dead. Even if he has something like a BKB, he doesn't get a chance to pop it. So it's same if you could look at the other way. If Bat Rider gets the Blink Lasso on someone like Storm Spirit, followed up by Shackles from Shadow Shaman, he's also dead. But whoever gets the better jump, the better initiation is winning these fights. And to get the better jump, you need vision. And that's what DK have now, not to mention with the gem on their side, absolute map control coming their way. This is just going to get trickier and trickier for LGD to take these fights. Top lane. Like they thought they had the Naga Siren, but it was just some illusions, I think. As they'll push things out here. And Spectre does have Radiance, but I don't even know if this is enough. This mid-game has just been somewhat lost. Burning. He goes back for the 24-minute drums. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Conventional by any means, but it's a very cost-effective value pickup. Makes him just that little bit tankier, gives him some extra movement speed, attack speed, nice some auras to combine with it.
Bottom tower is under attack.
We'll see LGD going for a tier 1 tower. Mushi's like, okay, I'll just trade for a tier 3. He's not trading, right? Well, he's trading some last hits. He's going to lose the top tier 1, but he'll get this tower down to maybe even close to half HP. Spectre going to throw down the Spectral Dagger, and Mushi just plays it so safe. He uses all his mana to zip TP. He wasn't messing around. He wanted to buy this BKB as well. So BKB now on Mushi. Looking really good for DK. Spectre, no way. LGD had the early game, but they just couldn't transition well into that mid game. See what the plan's going to be for him, as Ice is not just going to have a mech, he's going to have a pipe soon to go with this, and at that point the 5-man from DK is far superior to LGD. LG can maybe win a fight if they get a nice Blink Dagger bat engagement, but Yao's really the only person who can win LGD fights as far as getting good engagement. Shadow Shaman's just going to be too squishy with the Blink Hex, he'll just instantly die to Storm and others. And even Yao, I feel, unless he gets a Blink Lasso instantly on Storm, Storm will zip in if he goes on anyone else. Zip in, silence him, pull him, and bring him down. So he's going to have a really tricky time in these fights. And even if you get get the Storm Spirit, chances are Song of the Siren's there. Burning looks to disengage and helps his team stay alive. So I feel options for LGD, very few as far as winning fights. And the Viper pick was good in the early game, but mid-game Viper offers nowhere near as much, and he's really starting to fall off a bit. Looking for that pick-off. He's going to find Mushi, but the BKB's been used. Mushi's going to survive this. There's no shackles to follow. That's not a real stuff. Lamb shows up, and they've got no detection for him as well. Oh, they've gone in on Yao, and Yao's going to be a casualty here. The silence used on DDC just to be safe. Mushi with the fast BKB there. Shadow Shaman rocks up like, oh, I've got to back up Hex. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not when BKB's been used. And now, they may be going high ground soon. He says, what are you guys going to do to me? I got haste rune, I got song, I got all kinds of stuff here. Actually in the mid lane, they've gone on the Viper here. They're next going to bring him down here. Mushi's still got mana for another pull. He's going to get another kill. The Earth Splitter going to go land on DD. He pops the Shallow Grave. This is just going to delay the inevitable. Rabbit's trying to go in here. It's going to be a buyback actually from your Viper. Now MMY. Surrounded by some more. He'll be the first casualty on the DK side. Burning now in some trouble. He can't actually use the ultimate already. He's going to go down here. DDC very low, but the buyback from the Viper helping actually get a fight somewhat going the way of LGD. Rabbit now chasing down Lamb. Lamb does have Carapace if he wants to pop that, so plenty of stun potential here. Carapace, Impale. Oh, gets two heroes with the Impale. The chase is maybe not over. Full stuff coming in as well from Lamb. Still very slow. Rabbit wants this one. He's going to throw out a dagger, but they haven't got the detection. Bought time for the Vendetta to come back up. Now it's Ice in trouble. Zip going in from the Storm Spirit. Who's he actually gone in? Looks like he wants Rabbit here. Rabbit's still fairly tanky. The lasso keeping him alive, and Lamb now maybe in over his head. 4-star 4 from Yao. The Flame Breaker to push him back. Mushi needs to be careful. He's fairly low on mana. Still a decent amount. Gonna have to use most of it to try to get himself out of there. Only 200 left, and now Ice will die to the Spectre. No telekinesis. Great plays from MMY. He even forced up Ice out of there, and Rabbit's gonna go down instead. MMY, Weapon X, the hero of this fight. The Storm Spirit will end up going down, but he saves Ice with a clutch telekinesis 4-star. Now the TP's coming back in from DK. Naga Siren has returned to the fight, and the chase is on. They pop the drums. Looks like Viper. Oh, he's been spotted. Burning gonna get him. The snare is there, just the 1 point. The Viper strike comes out as well. He may just look to fight his way out of this one. DDC goes in with the Ether Shock. He's trying to shackle it in. Buyback with the Haunt here, and Spectre's not done. He's gonna look to turn this fight around. Burning's gonna die again. He just came back alive. It's a triple kill for MMY. He may not be long for this world. He's on the run, it looks like, at the top lane. He's actually stolen Firefly. He says, look at me, I'm on a broomstick. I can be a little firebat as well. And Rabbit with a buyback gets a kill on Burning. But that's about all he gets with that buyback. They lose Viper, they lose Shadow Shaman, they lose the Batrider, and just get the kill on Burning on the Naga Siren.
Tower is under attack.
Very messy fight. Not to say, I don't think either teams are playing it that sloppy, but it's just, they're getting caught by surprise. Like buybacks and last second TPs in, like Rubik TPing in at the mid lane when they caught out Rabbit. He was trying to chase and he got caught by surprise by the Rubik TP 4-star. And now Rabbit, he's been caught by surprise by a Chainstun at the mid lane. Doesn't get a chance. No grave as well. The Orchid from Mushi is perfect on the DD. DD's in trouble now. He can grave himself. He's got the gem. Mushi doesn't chase, completely depleted on mana, luckily. And Dazzle will be alive for the time being. Really smart play from Mushi there. Goes on the Spectre, uses all his mana, saves just that little bit with the silence on the Dazzle. Often you use the Orchid on the hero you're targeting because it amplifies the damage you deal. But if he does that, Dazzle graves the Spectre and maybe Spectre lives. Or maybe Spectre just stands and fights and gets a return kill. So, smart bit of play here. DK going to go into the Roshan pit now. See exactly what the plan is going to be here. Pipe picked up for Ice, and with this, I don't think LGD can engage Spectre. He died after buying back to a really long respawn for your Spectre. He picks up a Blade of Alacrity, doesn't have buyback for like 3 or 4 minutes, and this is Roshan. It's DK. Mushi takes him there. I think this makes a lot more sense than giving it to Burning. Burning's going to have a Lincoln Sphere soon, and with that, he's going to have a lot of survivability. Locking him down with these disables, the Blink Hexes, the Blink Lasso is going to be a lot trickier to do. Probably then wants to make his way back towards a Manta style, just to get the extra illusion power. And Muki, oh, he's now going to start working on the side of the Vine, so let's get some more lockdown. Possibly even the Lincolns, actually. Lincoln's not bad here, so we'll see which way he wants to go. Muki knows best. And LGD smoked up onto the high ground, they go Blink Lasso. Going to catch that Lamb. There's your... Oh, there's a sleep coming in. This is going to save Lamb's life. May even set up a stomp here. The Elder Titan is going to start channeling this one. Here we go. The Stomp going to catch it. A couple heroes here. They've already brought down the Dazzle. That means no grace for this fight. Batrider the next take a fall. The zip on over. DDC drops the Surfboards. He's an easy kill. MMY still flying around looking for some more here. He's stolen the Ether Shock now as well. I think he was looking for the Serpent Wards, but a 3-for-0 trade. Rabbit didn't even reality in. I think he realized as soon as the song came, oh shit, we've lost this fight. We've got to back off. He did not want to go into that fight, not into the song. Once the song was used, Nyx was going to be left alive. The Eldest Titan had a free setup for his Stomp, not to mention Nyx for an Impale, and the fight was all lost. And now possibly Raxus may be lost. DK are going to go look to push high ground. Burning going to rock up, but doesn't have the mirror images for the time being. He's actually got those in the mid lane, so they're pushing 2 lanes at once. Elder Titan mid with the Naga Illusion, and then a few heroes towards the bottom lane. This tower already down to half HP from previous push coming in from the Storm Spirit.
Radiant's middle tower
Going to
is
back
under
off for the
attack.
time being. Mushi just going to ball lightning towards a bit of a neutral camp here. He's actually got side device now if he wants to buy it. Or Lincoln's, whichever way he wants to go. He's got the money for it. Based on saving up this long, he hasn't bought the Lincoln's recipe, so this looks like a side device, and he'll find a regen rune of all things. I think he realized this is there. That's why he was using all his mana to kill these neutrals, because he's like, okay, regen rune. Actually, no, it just spawned, so maybe he didn't know. So he'll pick up the side device. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's it. I saw that gem there earlier. They've got double gems now. I think the courier maybe will just take it. They don't really need 2 gems in a fight. Every now and then you'll see a team just carrying around 2 because they're not always grouped as 5, so different heroes may be in different parts of the map. DD just trying to get whatever vision up they can. We'll pop a sentry up here just to make sure it's not warded. Knowing that DK were, I mean, they were all around here. They were pushing on the high ground, they were pushing mid. That basically gives them a good opening to actually plop a ward down here, not to mention farming your enemy neutral. So it's a good place to check when you know DK have been around that area. But for now, DK's ward vision, actually not that fantastic. They've got 2 wards up, one blocking the Ancients from being stacked, one near the bottom river. This is useful for a Roshan, but Roshan was killed ages ago. Well, not that long ago, I should say. So no actual offensive wards on the LGD side of the map, which is probably what they'll look to put down once they can. I don't think they've got many wards out on them, but I don't think they really... Vision isn't the problem right now for them. They don't really have any problems. They're in a fantastic position. LGD don't have BKBs on the Batrider, who crucially needs one, I feel. Same for the Viper. He's gone for the Ags, now working on that BKB. But there's still a bit of a ways to go. And bottom lane, Mushi. 1400 gold with the Aegis, and I think they're just going to think about pushing high ground soon. They are going to be pushing into buyback shortly. 30 seconds before the Spectre is buyback. Oh, if they can get in now. I don't think they're going to make it in time. This creep wave will be cleared, so there'll be a Spectre buyback, which is pretty important as far as defending goes. Mushi, I think there's no BKBs to try and force out.
Regeneration.
Okay, he's got regen. Some mind games. Not just Ice who can play mind games here. Pipe and mech, they may just pop the pipe here. They'll throw out the Astral Spirit to go scouting. Make sure Batrider's not in the trees. Smart from Ice to try and get vision of where the Batrider might be. He's actually towards the top lane for the time being. That's where Burning was pushing. Burning has boots of travel, may look to TP and finds a DD rune up there. Stomps on the land as well. Actually doesn't pick up the DD rune. He's going to be at the towards the mid lane. He's picked up Yasha, so his Manta Style just 400 gold away. With that, breaking the high ground's pretty, well, a lot easier. So I think they feel like they're in no rush. They'll wait maybe for the Manta Style, and then things will be looking a lot better for them. DDC at top, just hiding in the trees. This is some net style play. This is what Titan's net loves to do. Just camps in trees for ages and ages. He knows that DK are playing a very split push heavy style right now. So if someone comes to split push this top lane, very likely he could find that pick off. Gets pinged. How do they see him? These are Radiant wards. Mushi just pinged him. What? Maybe it got de-warded. Okay, maybe this sentry just de-warded it, but that was weird. Mushi just... there were no dire wards there either. I don't know how Mushi pinged him. I'm pretty sure that was a pink ping coming out. Weird.
Zap!
Mushi confirmed from map hacks. I say that jokingly because map hacks do not exist in Dota 2, and they're playing on land, so you'd quickly realize that someone was map hacked because there's admin standing right behind them. I think it was a Naga illusion. It's probably like a Naga illusion or some kind of illusion scouted him out. something, the illusion maybe just expiring beforehand. He's at the top lane from Mushi. Hex goes on DD, and this is a dead-looking Dazzle. He's going to go down. Owning, dominating streak from Mushi, and now this bottom tier 3 tower being sieged. They're just coming at him from all angles. 7 more to be dropped. They will get the lasso on Ice Ice Ice. Song of the Siren. Not anywhere nearby. They get 1 kill on the Nyx. Now they get a second on the Ice 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 Elder Titan. That's Gem hitting the floor, and they've held Raxes. The split push is a little bit late on the top lane. Burning going to pop the images, make it a tier 3 tower, but they've held well enough. And tier 3 tower still alive for the time being. Rabbit going to get jumped in by Mushi. The BKB being used as well. Rabbit's slow. He's not... there's no Dazzle. There's no Graves. 4-star. Mech, they're doing everything to keep him alive. The Song of the Siren for Burning. He'll TP his way home. Is he going to look for Rabbit here? Riptide? No. Yep, okay, they'll clear off the illusions there, but... Nicely held by LGD. They get a couple kills, they recover a gem, and they hold on to Raxes. What they don't hold on to is the tier 3 bottom tower and most of the tier 3 top tower. Well... It's not over yet, but it's not looking fantastic for LGD. Being on the back foot here, they have got the Spectre. He's got Manta Star now, so this is a nice pickup, makes him tankier, and also gives him a way to get out of that Orchid of the Storm Spirit. Really needs like a Heart of Trask here, though, I feel. I don't even know if it's worth saving. Oh, I guess it's worth saving for buyback, but if you have to buy back, it means you've died and your Raxes are vulnerable. Even just for that 5-second window, Raxes will fall. Oh. Even these like supports and utility type heroes are so rich. Lamb, 4-star Ghost Scepter, 1600 gold. Ice 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 with a pipe and a mech and 1800 gold.
Tower has been denied.
MMY. He's working on an Ag Scepter. Force, Ghost Scepter, Gem, and Point Booster. Filthy, filthy rich. He's going to be keeping an eye on spells like Lasso. Well, he pretty much has a free Viper Strike whenever he wants it. Nothing Viper can do to prevent that. And Viper Strike's actually a pretty nice pickup against Spectre. Just so much to slow him down. Like, sure, he always has the Dispersion and Radiance damage, but you saw his movement speed. He can do a lot less damage in chasing. He's on a BKB. You can turn it around on Viper, and he has a BKB, which I think he's just bought. So yeah, you want to Viper Strike him, slow him through the BKB, you sure as hell can. And that's where the Accept is nice, because you can steal spells very 5-second cooldown. So you can steal a Viper Strike, use it, and then move on to the next target. At the same time, you steal a Viper Strike, and you get the Aghanim's upgrade of the Viper Strike with the Ags. I think that's how. Yeah. So be a pretty nice little pickup for MMY, I gotta say. Team DK. They're looking to just keep these lanes as pushed out as possible, but it's getting harder and harder. LGD, he's got a BKB on Viper. That means no buyback for him if he does go down. DD is such an important hero in these fights, but problem is, DK know that in every fight, Storm's targeting him. He's going in, using a Hex, using an Orchid, using whatever has to be used to kill him off. These 4-stars have to be so clutch in saving him. They've got triple 4-stars, so that's where even if he gets hexed up, if he gets double 4-star by his teammates, the Bat and the Shadow Shaman, maybe he stays alive, but Bat's often looking to use his 4-star to engage with a Blink, Lasso, 4-star out, so it gets really tricky for LGD if they want to play defensive or look to go more on the offensive. On Titan now. He's continually pushing out these lanes. He's picked up a plate mail. And Roshan, there we go. There's the respawn. The Dire Courier. We'll scout this out pretty much immediately.
Top tower is under attack.
And we'll see if they head towards it. Maybe haven't seen it just yet.
Top tower
they got the top tower.
Fallen.
Naga. The Rat Dota. It's real. Picks up a diffusal blade now burning.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
Even these racks is being chipped away at. Storm finds a DD rune, and it looks like no attempt on Roshan just yet. They send the courier back home, so they did see it. And I think they're going to head there after just farming some neutrals, so. They'll leave Burning, probably not. They'll just kill it with, they'll kill Roshan with 4 heroes, while Burning basically does what Naga does best, which is be a general menace. There's a pest problem, I tell you that right now. In LGD, I don't think there's any exterminators in China who can deal with this Burning Naga Siren right now. LGD, they just can't really leave their own base right now. They've got 2 lanes of racks exposed at both bottom and top lane. The mid-tier 3 tower already below half HP as well. If they try and leave and somehow don't get back to defend, it's looking really bad. And Burning going to just play things safe, which is actually not go for a solo Rat Dota, because there's a good chance he gets I mean, not a good chance. There's a small chance he gets caught out, which is possibly just something which will slow down DK a lot. And at the same time, you can actually help guarantee the Roshan with Song. Not that I feel like they're worried about Roshan getting contested here. Let's see who picks it up. I think Mushi wants the Aegis.
Roshan has fallen to the
He's going to have a Lincoln Spear in a second as well. Just flying on out now. So Lincoln's up for him. Spectre did have a good chunk of gold last I checked. We'll see what he looks to buy with his 5k. I mean, buyback is nice and all, but when you're this far behind, I feel like you need to just be going big. Buy a completed Heart of Tarrasque, even if it means you don't have buyback. I think it's the kind of thing he may need to do. Just to give his team a shot, really. Nyx picks up a Hood now to go with his kit. Pipe's already bought, so this is just a purely defensive purchase from Nyx. It blocks a lot of the Spectre damage output. I mean, most of the damage output's magic. You look at Viper Strike, the Spectre, his Dispersion, as well as the Radiance damage. Yeah, I think this is a nice little pickup. BKBs are on the LGD side, so they've farmed and stalled to the point where they have BKBs. It all comes down to this, how they use these BKBs, how these next couple of team fights go. And, well, it's the slow and steady seat about to continue. 5.4k for Rabbit, so he could at least buy a Reaver and still a buyback here. Let's see what he chooses to do. Radiant Courier still just sitting at base, waiting and waiting. And there's... Ooh, BKB of all things. Interesting. Haven't seen much BKB Spectre. I guess there's so much Disable and Lockdown. You look at Nyx with Carapace and Impale. You look at Rubik with Telekinesis and whatever spell he steals. Away also, Song of the Siren gets used defensively. You can still actually kill heroes during the Song of the Siren if you're not, if you've popped the BKB before it. So it means the Song of the Siren can't be used defensively to save teammates. I think it's a nice little pickup. It's something different, but it fits the circumstances here. As we'll see Rabbit just go out of the norm as far as item builds are concerned. Rubik now. Oh, Agony Receptacle. He got destroyed. He was like full HP. Yao gonna get graved up here. DD, maybe just switch targets. Yep. Mushi says, sure, I'll get you instead, DD. And is he gonna get himself a triple kill? He will. Mushi with a solo triple kill. I think it's just GG. If the Storm Spirit can get a triple kill on his own like that, there's nothing you can do. GG's called. The rest of the DK team were working on their actives. Mushi. He says, I'm gonna do something to you, and he does it. LGD. Lose game 1 of this 2-game series in the WPC. Whew. That was a fun game 1, LGD. I think LG impressed me though this game. Like, sure, they faltered in the mid to late game, but I definitely didn't expect them to put up this good of a fight against DK. Sure, DK at various stages may be a little bit shaky. That one mid fight didn't go too well for him, but that a lot of this you can kind of attribute to, like, this is their first match back. They haven't played in some time, and I mean, maybe some of these factors do come into play. But for now, guys, that does it for our first match. I didn't mean to put up the standings, but we can look at the standings. That's our standing. We've got DK versus LG. We'll have a game 2 coming up fairly soon. I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit. We've got WPC action all night long. We've got 3 BO2s, not really BO2s. They're 2-game series. BO2s don't exist. And we'll take a quick break. When we come back, more Dota 2 action coming your way. Stay tuned, guys.